Yo guys, what's up? I ain't did a video on my camping setup in a while, so we're gonna go over today my heater setup, how I heat this tent right here.
Going in and out recessions the same way that I be going in and out of Texas.
Winter's coming. I haven't tested out my diesel heater yet since it's turned cool. I actually haven't used it since back in the spring when we had snow. I live in Colorado, so we get snow in the spring like that. I haven't tested it since I went dirt bike riding, so wife was wanting to go camping, so I decided to drag the trailer out of the backyard. In case you're just seeing this and you haven't seen any of my other videos, this is my little Overland trailer I built for camping and overland and whatnot. Built it for my 4x6 Lowe's trailer. So that's about 4x6 or 4x8. I think it's a 4x6 Lowe's trailer. I have videos on how I built it. It's got I have a few videos on my channel on how I built this thing and taking it out and using it. See, I got long travel shocks on it. I got coil springs off of JL Wrangler, control arms off of JL Wrangler. Pretty cool little unit. It's super stable. Like, I'm talking really stable. I've had a bunch of people follow me behind on trails and stuff, and they said it looks just like my Jeep bouncing through there. You know, it's very stable. Got a lot of upgrades to it, so it's getting cool. We're going out soon. I want to make sure this thing is going to perform before I get out there and freeze my butt off. So I'm gonna fire it up today for a few hours, and I figured, hey, why not make a video on it? I haven't made a video on my diesel heater yet. I see a lot of other videos out there on their diesel heaters. This is my diesel heater, so let me flip you all around and show you all the heater first, and then I'll show you how I attach it to my trailer and how I plumb it and power it and such. All right, sorry about the road noise. I'm out here in my backyard by the highway, but first things first, let's go over the heater. I put my heater in a rigid box. Three main reasons why I put it in this box. It's sturdy, it's waterproof, and it has hangers on it, which I'm going to show you that in a second. I have them mounted right here, as you can see. Rigid. I have them mounted right here. That way I can hang my heater hangs right there by the tank, plumb it up, easy peasy. So let me pop this thing open, show you all what I'm working with. So this little top box, I just keep some extra hose clamps, my power cord that I use to power it. I'll go over that too. Some tape, a backup one. This is for if I wanted to hook it directly to a battery, I could. So I have two different ways of powering this thing. If something happened and you know, my 12-volt thing burned up here and I was just freezing, I could pull this thing down here and wire it straight to the battery. And that's a Renogy 100-watt lithium-ion battery, so it's not gonna, it'll run this thing for a minute. So that's another way I have to run it. This is a 12-volt refrigerator lead, and I highly recommend getting one of these if you want to run one of these in your EcoFlow or any other 12-volt cigarette lighter. If you have one of these from AutoZone, it's going to be way too, the wire's going to be way too small for one, and everything in here is going to be way too small. It's going to pull way too many amps, and your heater won't start up. So make sure you got a big cord. Don't have a lot of lead on it. I think I probably got way too much here too. I got about 3 feet. I'm probably going to cut mine down because I don't have 3 feet of lead right here, but I did that just in case something happened and I could run it down to an EcoFlow too. Works fine like this, but that's what I'd recommend. I put these little, I'm not sure what they're called, got them on Amazon. You can find them on Amazon. It's just a positive and negative 12 volt terminal. That's my that's my power and ground right there for the heater. As you can see, it just comes right through there. I'll do a video on how I did all this one day, but as you can just barely, you can see it. This is how it is. The exhaust never gets too hot. This is the heat output, and this is the cold air intake. How I do the fuel, as you can see, the tank isn't mounted to my heater. My fuel tank is mounted in a Rotopacks. Diesel stinks. That's sealed up. It's not going anywhere. Even when I'm in my Jeep, I can hang this on my spare tire carrier on the Rotopacks mount I have there and never have diesel fuel in my Jeep. The only thing that I have diesel that you could possibly smell is this little bitty hole right here, And when this lid is closed, there's a big rubber seal in here. When this lid's closed, you don't smell any diesel. I've had this thing in my Jeep. Walk around video I put up a few weeks back, you'll see I had this in my Jeep and it did not smell like diesel any shape, form, or fashion. So that's pretty neat. And all I did is I just ran some extra line in here, pull the line out, drop this down into my Rotopax tank. Sometimes I have to pull the line off down here and give it a little pull on give it a little pull, but usually there's diesel stuck in here already. As you can see, there's diesel in the line. The last time, I don't ever drain it out. My filter's full of diesel, so there should be diesel in this pump all times. So that's another cool thing. So having this fuel line like this, I don't get a lot of smell, as I said. Also, when I'm ready to set up, I'll show you in a minute, I just take this out and I don't ever drain this line out. I turn the heater off, I pull this line out, and I wad it up in here immediately. I don't ever drain all the diesel out. As you can see, there's still diesel in there. There's diesel in my filter. It's completely full, and my filter is only 8 inches away from the pump. So that means my pump is going to be very ready to prime every time I do this. So I never ever dump the diesel out of this tube. I leave it in there, and this don't smell. Once you close this lid down right here, that don't. Sometimes I'm gonna notch this. I meant to, but I'm gonna notch this right here so I can close it like that. But yeah, it don't smell like that. So I'm gonna set the camera down. I'm gonna hang this diesel heater up. I'm gonna fire it up, and while it's running, I'm gonna pull the cover off the tent, pop it out, and then show y'all how I hook it all up. All right, so I got the heater mounted up on the hangers. This is where it sits. And it does really well like this. It'll run for a good while. And also I can take this and set it down beside a ground tent and heat a ground tent too. So it's pretty neat. It's versatile. I can take it places. Definitely recommend building one. So like I said, yeah, I just usually pull this line out right here, drop it down into my diesel tank, and crank it up. So I'm gonna hook everything up, get this heater going, and then like I said, I'm gonna flip the tent out and I'll show you how I plumb it up. All right, so got the power hooked up, positive, negative. I had a place up here for the screen, but I guess it's fell off. So I also have enough cord in there. If I wanted to run the screen up inside, I could. All right, so I've got my fuel line ran in there, and as you see, I don't know if you can see there or not, there's fuel in there. So we're golden there. Let me crank this thing up. There it goes. You can hear the pump. You can see the fuel start to move. I hear the fire in there. We're up to 8.9 amps is what my app's saying. So this thing's gonna fire right up. And I put my exhaust on the same side as my heat output. That way I'm not pulling in it intake on this side. And I've also got a pipe where I can put this elsewhere if I need to. I got quite a bit of pipe in here. While this thing's running and heating up, see, we're at 9.4 amps right now. There she goes. Yeah, this thing ain't been ran in a while. I'm gonna run it I'm gonna run it real good today. Oh yeah, she warmed up big time now. Golden. So here's my output basically. All I have to do is plumb it right into here. This is a back door on the Smitty-built tent, so that gives me very little distance to have to plumb my pipe. So that's really easy. You can go right in here, and we're in the tent. See what I'm saying? So what I'll usually do is go up inside here. All right, there I have it. So I forgot about I had this metal pipe in there. I like the metal pipe a little better because it'll hold heat a little better, but that's it. That's my setup. It's more than enough heat that you need in there. If you close that tent up like that, you are going to cook alive. My setup is I open up the windows and let air flow through there, so I'm having fresh air and hot air coming in. You get a kind of mixture of both. Pretty neat. And also, battery here, it's fluctuating between 3 and 4 days depending on where the pump is on it, so that's pretty neat. That's just the heater running right now. Fluctuates between 3.5 to 4 days, which is pretty sick. As long as you have fuel and solar, which I have solar, and I can always bring extra fuel, you're definitely going to have a good day. This is a really easy setup to get going. I've also got my controller here, enough length as you see. See, I got enough length on my controller where I can run the controller inside the tent too. That way, if it's too much, turn it off. You wake up freezing in the middle of the night, or wake up in the morning and you just don't want to get up, crank that puppy on, get warmed up, get your clothes on, and get on about your day. That's pretty much what I'm gonna use it for. I would never run this thing all night. It would absolutely cook you in that tent if you ran this thing all night. I'm just saying, it'd be pretty bad. So yeah, there's my setup. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments, message me. You already know I got you. I'm gonna reply. I'm gonna let you know what's up. Got any questions on my trailer, hit my other videos up, watch those, and you'll see what I got going on with it. But yeah, if y'all made it this far, I appreciate you. Wear out that like button, wear out that comment section if you don't mind, and if you haven't, subscribe to me. That'll help out a bit. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It's been a slow, lonely go. My watch time hours has been pretty decent, but there's nobody wanting to subscribe. So if you can, do it. If not, I get it. But like always, appreciate you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Going in and out recessions the same way that I be going in and out of Texas.